Nordo, can you just tell me, as a player, every game's a team effort, but what is it like out there sometimes when a player is just sort of taking over at times and it needs to be done? Just talk us through what that's like as a player.
Yeah, like Casey?
Yeah, like Casey.
It's been fun. At times, you can get caught just watching, which is probably not the best thing to do for him. You need to keep moving and getting him space and creating shots for him. But, at times it is amazing. We can just sit back and watch. So, like I said, it's fun. It's an amazing tear that he's on. I'm glad he's on my team.
Schueller, congratulations on the win. When you signed Casey last year, did you expect this from him, or have you got more than what you sort of bargained for or expected from Casey?
How do I answer that? Look, I've gone through a lot with Case, as in a lot of years that I've known him, and that's a guy that was in my house many times, and I appreciate who he is as a person. And when I rang him and said we need some help, he was open and honest with me about where he was really at, and me knowing what he can do, I was like, no, you're exactly what we need. Whether you can give us 5% or 100%, that was going to be good. And I think from the time he's walked into our doors, he's been Casey Prather, the leader. And what I'm so happy for and proud of is the work that he's done. Now he gets to be Casey Prather, the player. And I think he's a better player than he's shown in the past. And he's added so many pieces to it. And that's something Case told me. He was adamant he was a better player after his experiences overseas, and I think everyone's just able to really enjoy that part of it. And for us, tonight's another one of those nights where a lot going against the grain for us. We needed someone to step up. I told him I dreamt about him taking 40 shots. He only took 26. So, but for him to come out with that assertive mindset, but then. Case is outstanding. We got guys across the floor that really stepped up tonight in some key guys' absences.
Isaac White was one of those people that stood up. He might have a bench role, he might have a starting role. How important is he in order for you guys, or how important is him just being there, in your, looking at the playoffs, trying to get there?
Yeah, you know what you're going to get from Whitey every single day, and he's going to control his habits, he's going to be great. That's our guys returning from the signing session, I think. You're going to get him doing his work and making sure he's staying ready, and that's what we love about him. And the other night he wasn't happy with his game. He went back to the facility, put in extra work, and he gets a reward tonight for that. And he was really dependable for us in a time where some foul trouble was happening in particular, and he really stood up.
Nordo, are you pretty pleased with sort of the boys' efforts in restricting Taco Fall's ability to really make a big impact on the game?
Yeah, for sure. It's rare. It's wild to play against someone that tall. There's instances in the game where something happens and it's just wow. But in terms of us having a good game plan, I thought Tyrell was great. I thought our execution of our game plan was really good. I think to keep him to whatever it was is an impressive task. I think it's like I said, it's rare. I'm literally amazed by how big he is and his skill and talent. It's fantastic for the league to have someone like that here. But I'm more happy that we got the win.
I wish that there was a category on the box score for charges, because it seems like you, Mitch, seem to take at least one, maybe two charges a game. Definitely gives the team just such a boost on defense. So I guess, Coach, can you talk about how happy you are to have a player like Mitch on your team and just the overall defensive effort tonight?
Yeah, I think there might have been another one there that we need to go back and look at, but Nordo's dependable. That's the word I would say. Whether he's banged up, whether he's fresh as a daisy, I know exactly what I'm going to get from Nordo, and that's why, when we were fortunate to be able to bring him to the club, it was something that gave me great comfort in what we can actually do in a short period of time. And I think this is, a level up year for him in the way he's playing, and it's exciting for me to see how much the guys buy into his leadership and how much he means to this group. And then, defensive effort tonight's great. To hold any team in this league under 80s are always going to be a big effort. But again, with the uniqueness of this scout and what it looks like and how well they were playing, exciting, and full credit to New Zealand to figuring out a way that makes every team have to really come up with a good plan. So, no, ecstatic for the group. I thought Deng Adele's minutes tonight were great as well, and that, just another long defensive athlete that we have missed this season.
Well, we're at the part of the season where you have to just move forward very quickly. A couple of fouls at the end of the quarter, end of the half that weren't too pretty. I guess what needs to get cleaned up before your guys' next matchup on Saturday? Yeah,
we keep sort of talking about just owning our day, and tomorrow's a travel day for us. We're going to Melbourne early because we're out in Traralgon, and that's a day I want the guys to be able to just enjoy each other's company and clear their minds, and then we get to work again on Friday. And for us, the constant growth areas is, one, can we get our depth? And right now we've still got some question marks around who is genuinely available for that game. And then the second part is, all right, well, how do we keep taking steps forward in where we want to go? We know we've got 8 games, 8 games left, 5 wins needed. And, we're in control of our world. And so if we look too far ahead, we're going to miss that target. But if we own the day, we know we're going to be in good shape.
Is Rocco available for next game?
Yeah, that's one we definitely know for sure right now. Is he had to have just an X amount of time off, so that's now in the past after tomorrow. So yeah, we're excited to bring him back in.
And Adams?
Yeah, JA and Keandre are too early to say today. Obviously, they didn't get up for this one. We had to suit JA just to qualify him, but as far as where they're at, we'll know more definitely by the time we get to Melbourne.
Coach, are you still taking credit for Casey's positional change?
Well, he's back to the wing tonight, so the trust Case has in me and the trust I have in him is something that I think is unique, and it's what I've got so much love for all our guys. I think one of the things we were able to do this year is bring guys in that we genuinely knew all those pieces fitted together, and I guess the frustration is we've never had all those pieces in at the same time. So we're still excited about what we can go and do this year, but at the same time, we need to get guys back full, fit and healthy, and we'll just keep forging forward.
Awesome. Chris?
Yeah, Justin, you mentioned before how different it is to prepare for this team with the different style they're playing. It feels like everyone else in the league is trying to play at a high tempo. The Breakers are trying to do the opposite, especially without Parker. How much did you have to try to change what you wanted to do just to try to combat what the way they try to play?
No, we did have the benefit of, Cairns tried a certain way and then Perth tried a certain way, and so it helped us really, I guess, rubber stamp what we were thinking about, how we needed to deal with it. Let's be real though, we've got Tyrell Harrison, who's one of the best bigs in this league, and I thought he set the tone. I thought Toy Smith-Milner came in, and Toy is definitely a guy that enjoys physicality. So, to be able to put those guys as a bit of a tag team, and then, everyone else just having an understanding of how effective he had been in that previous game, and trying to nullify that. And then, to credit to Mooney, he kept coming at us, and all their guys, they've got so many pieces on that floor that can be effective. And I thought we did a really good job for the majority of the time and just sticking to coverage, putting people into shots that we were happy with. And if we can continue to do that, we think we're going to be in a pretty good spot.
It was your worst nightmare though when Tyrell had to come out and go and get checked out. How relieved were you that he was able to come back?
Mate, I don't know if you can see, but I can't see out of my right eye right now. It just was another thing to add to the list. It's kind of comical when you look at the NBL side and the injury list, and it keeps going on the bullets for a couple pages. But, at the same time, we've always talked about control what you can control, and a negative we have to turn into a positive. And we spoke about that before the game again. Every time we've been thrown a challenge like this, something good has come out of it. And if I was going to find that tonight, it's Casey goes and dominates at the wing, and DA gets welcomed back into a key defensive role. And so as we move forward, they're things that are just going to make us stronger and stronger. And you see again Whitey come in and have an impact. That's on the back of him getting an opportunity to start for a few games. So no, full faith in this group and what we can do.
Nordo, how did you enjoy the battle with Matt Mooney? he's a fiery character. I'm not sure that you really did take a flop there. You don't need to comment on that side of it. But
Please don't.
How did you enjoy? How did you enjoy that battle?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I feel like I've been doing it for a while now, but coming up against some of the best guards in the league is something that I like to pride myself on and try and do a good job on them, getting them to areas of the floor that they not necessarily want to go to, or shots that we're happy with and we're living with. And yeah, I just think, he's a good player, talented player. But yeah, I'm glad we got the win.
Yeah, you've been doing it your whole career. Has it ever been tougher than right now though? Because every night it's such a big challenge. I mean, you go back a couple of days, it was Jalen Adams. Tonight it's Mooney and McCarron at times, and you look to Saturday and it's Derek Walden. You look to this time next week and it's Bryce again. I mean, has it ever been tougher than it is right now?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think for a good solid period of time there, I think there was a number of Aussies, starting point guards that were floating around, and Adam Gibson, Damian Martin. I could kind of go down a list, and yeah, there doesn't seem to be too many of them around anymore. So it is the imports that are coming in, and they're obviously extremely talented. Most of them got NBA experience as well, and it's good fun. I enjoy it. Just an Aussie battler out there trying my best.
Justin, big game on Saturday. I mean, you're locked in a battle with the Phoenix over a spot in the top 6. You've done well in the first 2 games against them. What do you need to do to get a third win over them on Saturday?
Yeah, it's one of those games we know where our clear advantages are, and we'll look at those again. But they're playing some great basketball, and they've got a belief in what they're doing. So I think it's 2 teams that are right there in the playoff picture, and we can't wait to get down there and get into it.
Thanks, guys.